Finally guys, I am back and I'm here to do another upgrade video on the Traxxas TRX4M Defender guys. I'm sorry for the wait, it's been a while, I have really not been well at health, but slowly I am improving, so I'm getting stuck back into doing some work guys. Okay, I am Ryan of course, and as I already mentioned, you guys are watching RC Fun & Games. And today we're going to be fitting the LCG chassis, which I've had for a while already, to the Defender, okay? So let's get this package open, let's assemble the actual chassis. I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. Then we got to remove the original chassis so that we can fit this. But I'll show you guys in detail exactly how to get that done. So let's get stuck straight in guys. Okay, let's see what we actually get inside here guys. So, all nicely individually packed. We get the hardware we need. We also get the carbon fiber tray. And we also get this double-sided tape we're gonna need. Okay. And as you guys can see, it's a two-part chassis. Okay. The front you have to join with bolts. So anyway, let's get stuck in so I can show you guys exactly how I did it on the Bronco. Okay. And on the Bronco guys, I bought the same chassis because at the time they weren't available yet for the Bronco. The only difference is that it's carved out, which I didn't do on the Bronco. All I did was cut the piece between the two mirrors out underneath inside the body so it wouldn't catch, and it's worked great. Okay, much better than all that. I don't see the point because then you can't use any of those holes anyway, as the shocks catch on those pieces. Okay guys, let's get into these hardware packets. So guys, I'm just gonna show you this before I go any further. Both poles look identical, but they're not. One is longer than the other, so this one goes with the little rails guys. Okay, this will be going in between that one, so we'll leave that for a second. Okay guys, just want to mention that it doesn't go on the outside like this, it goes on the inside. That's why this brass piece is shorter than the other one, because it has to make up for the lost space. Okay guys? So now inside these packets there should be one with four nuts, okay? And that's the ones you're going to use for these guys. And anyway guys, forgot to remind you, but make sure you put some Loctite on these guys, because I already lost them on the other vehicle. I did lose them, so just letting you guys know now. Make sure they're tight. Okay, as you guys can see off camera, I put a bit of Loctite on those to make sure they don't come loose. Okay guys, now let's do the other side the same. Okay guys, I forgot to put my tray in. I was daydreaming, but since I had to put Loctite on that anyway, I might as well take it out, throw a dab of Loctite in there, just a touch. Don't want to put too much so you can't get it off next time. Okay guys, as you can see, that was relatively easy to put together. Now we move on to the next phase, which is getting the chassis off the Defender and fitting this one. We also got this hardware here, which is provided because you're gonna need these spaces so that you can fit the shocks next door to the actual chassis, or else it won't work, okay? So that's what that's for. And then they give us a whole bunch more screws, which I'm assuming is for the side and everything else, but we'll check that as we go ahead, guys. Okay, guys, now that we've got this off, of course, we got to get our bumpers off because we're going to need to reuse them on that chassis. We are also going to have to remove the shock from the top, okay? And we will need to remove these screws here. So I'm going to start by taking out the battery tray. We need to give a little bit of slack on all these guys so that we can get it to come apart so everything can come out, okay? Okay guys, now that that's off, all our wiring can go to that side. This can drop down, because that's how we get it out. We've got a couple of zip ties that we've got to cut off. Okay, zip tie is off. Take this apart so that you can get the motor wire out. You could do it a different way, but I think it's easier just to take these two out, guys. Now we can just open that. And there we are. So old chassis rail is out, guys. Now we take our new chassis rail. Okay, this is the front of the vehicle, guys, do not forget. So now we start reassembling it. Okay guys, now that I've got the wiring underneath the bar, I am gonna put back our screws for the battery tray. We're gonna grab this packet with this hardware, guys. Comes with a bunch of spacers and some nuts, because we're gonna need all of them, guys. Okay, screw through, spacer, and then choose a location which I like to keep mine quite vertical, so I'm gonna put it okay. Now just got to get the nut on behind, guys. Just check something. I can't say I'm happy with the length of those screws. So guys, the screws they provide, which are these, is not long enough to get all the way through the nut, not even close, guys. So I'm gonna see if I've got anything longer around the house. I don't understand why they did that, but they are definitely too short. These are the ones that I'm fitting, and they're about 1/2 centimeter longer. They're a bit too long, but these are definitely too short, okay? So I'm using black ones, but I've ordered a box of stainless steel screws, so soon I'll replace them with some stainless steel ones. So I recommend, if you guys are buying this chassis, make sure you buy the Traxxas TRX4M bolt kit they've got on Injora as well. Okay guys? Anyway, let's get on with this, because now it's taking forever. Okay, just checking here guys, but the clearance of this, once again, this lovely servo, is it catches on the inside of the mounts. So this is why before on the other one I carved it away and put shorter screws. So I'll probably end up doing the same, but just for purposes of actually assembling the chassis, it's perfectly fine, it'll work, but yes, it will definitely limit your articulation. If you go like that, it's catching. Okay. So these bumpers and bumper mounts to me is a real pain. I wish there was a different way they had constructed them, but this is what we've got and there's not much we can do about it. I'll see in the future what I can come up with, and I'll show you guys if I come up with a better plan than what I've got here. Okay guys? So now that we've got the front bumper on, let's just get our back bumper on, get our wiring in. I'm gonna use these tiny little screws I've got here guys, which I'm gonna take off the front bumper. I'm gonna cut away that piece so I can have clearance, because I don't like leaving it like that. So back off with the front bumper guys. Now guys, what we've got going on here is this. If you guys see the V, it's basically catching right here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that away guys. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut this all away. Okay guys, and that has helped hugely. Okay, just by taking away that, it no longer catches on either or, guys. Okay, that solved my problem. So I'm quite happy with that. But don't forget that, guys, if you're having a problem, you definitely gain space with the LCG chassis. It doesn't catch, but the back of the bumper mount definitely is a problem, okay? And with this servo, I also stuck the little boot, just for you guys to see. I stuck the little boot with a bit of super glue up on top here, so it sits up like that, because if it doesn't, it is also catching all the time on the bumper mount, okay, guys? So now, all we need to do is throw our double-sided tape. Gonna grab our double-sided tape, guys, and stick that down in here. Okay. Make sure you give that a good rub. You don't want that coming off anytime soon. Okay guys, and as you can see, that's it. The LCG chassis is on. We've still got the flex blades in the back, but the new shocks should be arriving to 59mm. I'm going to try them in the back and see if I can get rid of those flex blades, guys, because I really don't like them. But besides that, guys, it's feeling really cool. Does definitely lean a lot more forward. So we're going to have to take it out on the trail and go and test this chassis on the Defender, and let's see how it performs. It was an easy job to do. It was actually easier to fit the LCG chassis than it was to fit the light bar to the top of the Defender. But you know what, guys? That's for each one. Other people might find it easier to do the actual light bar. I found that the LCG chassis is an easy swap. Okay, everything is in. It's got Loctite. Don't forget Loctite, especially on these two, that join the chassis pieces together. Must have Loctite. Okay, they do like coming apart. Besides that, we are completely done. The only test we are missing to do, of course, is to check if our body will go on and still clip on. Okay guys, now the moment of truth. Let's see if it actually clips on. I had lots of trouble with the Bronco, guys, but in the end I did get it to fit nicely and correctly. Yeah. Okay guys, as you can see, clips on perfectly fine. So I'm quite happy with that. It's definitely not the same as original. It was definitely easier with the original chassis to clip on and off, guys. We're going to take it out. We're going to test it just the way it is. And we're going to see how it performs compared to what it did before. And then after that, of course, we will fit the other shocks to the back. I'm going to change a couple of settings, but I'll be here and I'll do it with you guys so we can see what's the best setup with this chassis. Okay? So I'm going to take you guys out for a few seconds on a trail. You guys can check what you think of the chassis before you buy it, okay? And all I wanted to say was thanks again, guys, for joining me. Thanks for being patient for another video, because my health has really not been well. So I really appreciate all the patience with me. And I guarantee you guys, over the next few weeks, I will try and get some awesome content out to you guys, okay? So thanks for the support, and I'll see you all on the next one, guys.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots.